Hello everyone, welcome to Jets TV. Please comment, rate, subscribe guys, comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos as well. Always greatly appreciate it when you guys do that. You know, it just helps new people get into the conversation and also help me get my videos out there as well. So thank you. I want to thank everyone that does share my videos and everyone that watches. You know, you guys are appreciated. I appreciate you very much. So this is going to be my Week 8 picks recap. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First game I want to talk about, Chargers, Broncos. I took the Broncos in this game. That got me a W. Chargers 21, Broncos 35. You know, the Broncos defense is solid, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think a lot of people think about this league, and when they think about dominant defenses or they think about defenses that can get it done, they don't think Broncos. But let me tell you, the Broncos got the job done today. Brandon Oliver of the San Diego Chargers shut down. 13 carries, 36 yards. That was it. That was the Chargers' highest rusher right there. So the Broncos shut down the run. You put everything on Phillip Rivers' lap. He's got to make plays. Phillip Rivers, 30 of 41, 252 yards throwing the ball. He also had 3 TDs, but he had 2 costly interceptions. And that was the margin of victory for the Broncos right there. That's all I needed. Because once you turn the ball over against the Broncos, you put it in Peyton Manning's hands, he's going to get you some touchdowns. Peyton Manning, 25 of 35, 286 yards throwing the ball. He had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Playing clean football. You know, offensive player of the day for the Broncos, Emmanuel Sanders, 9 catches, 120 yards. He had 3 TDs. He was winning every single matchup. It seemed like he was just open. He was just open all day. And he was in the end zone all day. It was just like, it was attack on the Broncos' mind. I just felt like the Chargers really focused on stopping Julius Thomas and slowing down Demaryius. And that costing them everywhere else. I mean, Demaryius Thomas still got his 8 catches, 105 yards. You know, he had no TDs, but he was all over the place. But Julius Thomas, and this isn't just like this week, but last week as well, he's been a little slow. He's dropped a couple balls as well. He dropped 2 in this game, but he's kind of been out of the game. But people are definitely focusing on him and paying very close attention to what he's doing on the field, and they're scheming towards stopping him as well. And it is stopping him, but it's coming at a cost because everyone else on this team, outside of when you get Wes Welker or Emmanuel Sanders, they're getting open and they are making plays. Julius Thomas only had 2 catches and 23 yards, but again, Wes Welker, Emmanuel Sanders, they were doing their thing. Hillman, he was running as well, 20 carries, 109 yards, just typical Broncos football. Just making plays, getting stops when you need stops, getting turnovers when you need turnovers, and just doing what they need to do. So shout out to the Broncos. I took you guys, and that got me a win. Next game I want to talk about, Raiders, Browns. I took the Raiders in this game. That was a mistake. That was just a complete mistake. Raiders 13, Broncos 23. And that got me a loss. Man, let me tell you something. I trusted the Raiders. I thought that the Raiders, I said it. Oh, these guys, I feel it in my gut. They're going to win. I'm going with my gut on this one. I should have went with my brain, man. The Raiders was just fumbling and bumbling. Carr, 34 of 54. He had 328 yards throwing the ball. He also had a TD, but he had 2 fumbles in this game, and he lost one of them. The most costly fumble and the most important fumble was the fumble of McFadden. They were trying to drive, they got the ball, they were driving down the field, trying to score, get back into this game, and boom, he fumbles. I mean, he only had 12 carries, 59 yards, on the day, so it wasn't crazy. I didn't feel like the Browns played all that much better than them, but the Browns won the turnover battle. And when you win the turnover battle, you're going to win the game. I mean, Hoyer, 19 of 28. He had, 275 yards throwing the ball. He also had a TD. I mean, the highest rusher for the Browns, 15 carries, 26 yards. He had a TD. That was Ben Tate. So it wasn't like it was a crazy day for the Browns and they were just bombing and they just won the turnover battle. They played solid defense. Joe Hayden was out there doing what Joe Hayden does. Getting turnovers. He had a recovery as well. He had a fumble recovery. It's just, the Raiders just aren't ready. Just are not ready. And I took them, and that got me a loss. Next game, last but not least, Bills-Jets. Just a goddamn shame, man. A goddamn shame. I took the Jets in this game. Got me a loss. Bills 43, Jets 23. We just flat out got our asses kicked. And, you know, I can go over the stats for this game. I mean, Kyle Orton, 10 of 17, 238 yards. He had 4 TDs. Geno Smith, 2 of 8, 5 yards, 3 interceptions. By the way, those 3 interceptions were 3 consecutive interceptions. It was just a day where you sit back and you wonder as a Jets fan, what the hell is going on? You know, even though Geno had those 3 interceptions consecutively, Rex Ryan was able to scheme some stuff up. The defense played extremely strong and kept us in the game. We were only down by 7 at the half. Came back after the half. Again, it was the Mike Vick show because he started. Mike Vick looked totally unprepared in this game. They like I said, they ended up benching Geno. He looked totally unprepared. You can clearly tell he's not taking first team snaps. He's turning the wrong way, handing the ball off the wrong way. So either he don't know the playbook or he just was out of it. The commentators were speaking during the game as well. One of the commentators were actually, he has, knowledge of the offense. He knows where the ball's supposed to go. Michael Vick was missing a lot of wide open guys. Mike was 18 of 36, 153 yards on the day, and he had an interception. He was turning the ball over, fumbling. He didn't know where the rush was. It felt like he tried to keep plays alive and doesn't, feel the rush. So you can strip sack him a lot. Like I said, he was forced into an interception as well, bad interception. And it was just a bad day. I mean, Chris Ivory, 13 carries, 43 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, but one of those touchdowns, it was like, whoa, because Mike Vick turned and almost gave him the ball the wrong way. It was just a fumbling, bumbling day for us. It was just all bad, Our secondary looked like complete trash. Sammy Watkins shredded us. Sammy had 3 catches for 157 yards and a TD. He could have had another TD had he not been showboating and slowed up. And Salim Hakeem caught him, from behind, which blows my mind because why the hell is Salim Hakeem on defense? He's a damn wide receiver and a kick returner. This is ridiculous. And after this game, it pretty much turns up the heat on Rex Ryan and John Idzik and Marty Mornhinweg. And again, I've been over this 1,000 times on my channel. I tell every single Jets fan that I meet, I don't think that Rex Ryan needs to be fired. I understand if he does get fired. I don't think he's immune to the heat, but I don't think it's his fault. John Idzik needs to get the hell out of here. He needs to be fired yesterday. We hired a bean counter. We hired a guy that crunches numbers to evaluate talent. He's failed at every single aspect of being a general manager. He doesn't know how to fucking draft. He doesn't know how to fucking scout. And he doesn't know how to get fucking free agents in here. Get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. Out of here. I don't even want to talk about Piercy Harvin because I'm so fucking tired of hearing about the guy. But I mean, Piercy Harvin, he looked, I don't understand what is the problem with Marty Mornhinweg. Like, he gets a new toy in Piercy Harvin, and it felt like we were just forcing Piercy the ball 24 hours a day. One of the interceptions that Geno threw was forcing the ball to Piercy Harvin. Piercy on the day, he, 4 carries, 28 yards. I mean, it just seemed like 1,000 plays were called for him. And which is crazy is that we have weapons already in Curley who never gets plays called for him. I felt like Decker wasn't even on the field enough. And I felt like with Marty Mornhinweg, again, he gets a new toy in Piercy Harvin and it's like, boom, that's all he sees. He doesn't understand that once we get away from our identity as a power running team, these are the things that happen to us. We should have been running the ball stout and came out because when we did run the ball, it was fairly successful. But we got away from that before the game even started just because you wanted to try out Piercy Harvin. Again, Marty Mornhinweg needs to be fucking fired. Him and John Idzik gotta go. Gotta go. I think the only guy we need to keep, only guy we should keep is Rex Ryan. But I got a good feeling that that's not going to happen. I got a good feeling that we're going to fire him too. And you know what? At the end of the day, I feel like he deserves better. And I know a lot of Jets fans are going to comment and say, oh, what are you talking? He deserves better. He does. He deserves a general manager that knows football, that is going to give him the weapons to succeed. And, he's not getting that here. He's not getting the support that he necessarily needs. Because we've seen it in the past. When you give him, adequate cornerbacks, when you go and you address things in free agency and you go and address things in the draft and you win, you win in free agency and the draft, you see that Rex Ryan can get even talent that's not necessarily, way above average. He can get you talent, he can get you places with, not even above average talent. And when you don't give him that, look, this is what we get. Like, this is just bullshit. And it's all on John Idzik, and it's all on Marty Morningwig. John Idzik had a press conference. I mean, the press conference was even more ridiculous. It just shows he's not a fucking GM in the National Football League. He has no business being a GM. He just has no business. I didn't even want to review this game because it was so ridiculous. I just should have said, hey, Bills, Jets, we got our asses kicked. Good night, everybody. Like, that's how I felt I should have said, because this is just retarded. Like, this is a terrible game. It was a terrible game to watch. It really hurt me as a fan to even be a part of it. This is the first game I've ever turned off. I turned it off mid-fourth quarter. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna let them do this to me this week. I'm not gonna be hurt anymore. I'm not gonna watch us die. I'm done. And I turned the damn TV off because I had better stuff to do. I did, and I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. And you know what? John Idzik, like I said before, needs to be fired, and so does fucking Marty Morningwig. They need to go. And you know what? If we fire Rex to him and we make him the fall guy, then God bless Rex, and good luck to you on your next stop, buddy, because you didn't deserve what you got here. And that's it. And I'm fired up, and I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of this fucking team, and I'm tired of us looking like garbage and just trying to blame it on everybody we can blame it on instead of blaming it on who we need to blame it on, and that's John Idzik and crappy Marty Morningwig. I'm just tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And if we're gonna fire everybody, then damn it, fire everybody. But I tell you what, you're gonna fire everybody, you better get a coach and a GM in here that can stand up to the media and can also take the heat of the New York media as well. And they need to win immediately. They need to win now. Like, the fan base is tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. We need to get the job done. We need to build and we need to win. I don't want to hear about 5-6 years from now, some 5-6 year plan like John Idzik is talking about now. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Fire him. Like, just fire him. I'm sorry for that rant, but I'm so tired of it. I'm just tired of everything. I'm tired of this team. So with that said, I picked the Jets in that game. That got me a loss. So it is what it is. As usual, guys, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the rant, but I had to go, I just got to get that off my chest. As usual, man, go Jets, go Jets, go Jets. Fire John Idzik. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.